More games in Omaha. Texas and Virginia will play at 4 o'clock Pacific in an elimination game. And then Vanderbilt will take their win over Stanford today and face NC State on Friday, as the College World Series comes down to the wire. Well, Grant Heiser comes up for the second time this inning. He walked to 7th. He was the first of 5 Raptors to score this inning. Ridgefield leads at 13-4. Robertson on the mound, a right-hander, runners on the corners. Heiser, a first pitch strike from Robertson. Heiser is 1 for 2 on the day with a pair of walks, a single, 3 runs scored for Grant. His first game since getting injured against Yakima Valley 10 days ago. Got cleared yesterday. 0-1 pitch. He again doesn't pull the trigger. This one's called a strike, as Mike Carr now pointing to the left on the strikes with a closed fist. So he's going to all fields. And you know what? With the shot he took earlier in this game, an all ball, he can do whatever he wants as long as he's okay. He took a big shot right off the face mask, and he's stayed in there as the umpire. The 0-2 pitch bounces, and good block by Carpentier, and keeps the runners at first and third. Will Chambers at third base, and Brady Casper at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Ridgefield leading 13-4. Grant Heiser at the plate with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Heiser checks his swing, doesn't go around very far, and holds off. It's a 2-2 count to Grant. Ridgefield already 2 home runs in this inning by Morales and Darcy. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Robertson outside, and it's a full count now to Grant Heiser. 2 outs, runners on the corners. In the on-deck circle is Cody Darcy, a 2-run home run earlier this inning. Also an RBI double earlier in the ballgame. 3 runs scored for Cody. Grant Heiser with the payoff pitch upcoming from Robertson. With 2 outs, here's the pitch. It is low, ball 4, and Grant Heiser walks twice in the same inning. It's not quite Fernando Tatis Sr., who once hit a grand slam twice in 1 inning, but hey, 2 walks in the same frame ain't so bad. And Cody Darcy, now with a home run already this inning, comes to the plate, and now the base is loaded for Cody Darcy. 3 RBIs in the contest. He is 2 for 3, 3 runs scored. Since he got plunked back in the 3rd, he's doubled and homered, so maybe that changed something for Cody. Robertson steps off the rubber and steps back on, out of the windup now with the bases loaded. 5 runs already in on the frame. 13-4 lead for the Raptors. First pitch to Darcy is a called strike. Cody kind of turns away quickly, like maybe he liked that pitch and wanted to swing at it. It is a called strike, 0-1. Runners all the way around for the Raptors. 0-1 pitch from Robertson is low, ball 1 to Cody. 2 outs. Ridgefield scoring multiple runs in 3 different innings. 4 runs in the 3rd, 3 runs in the 6th, 5 runs, or in the 5th, 5 runs here in the 7th. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Robertson. It sprayed foul off the bat of Cody Darcy. Now it's 1-2 from Robertson. With Raptors on all the branches. Bases loaded with Heiser at first, Casper at second, and Chambers at 3rd, who doubled a good 15 minutes ago, it feels like. 1-2 pitch from Robertson to Darcy. Waits on the breaking ball, hits it to right field. Going back is Fernandez to the warning track and makes the catch in front of the wall. Not all that far from a 2 home run inning for Cody Darcy, but the park holds it. And the inning is finally over. The Raptors strand 3, but they do plenty of damage, scoring 5 in the frame. Bat around the order plus 2 more, and are up to 14 hits now on the ball game. We head to the 8th inning. It's the Raptors 13 and the Yakima Valley Pippens 4.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
It's been a cathartic day for the Ridgefield Raptors. They came in winless against the Pippens on the year. They've been blown out in 2 of those 4 losses, and they come out and toss the Pippens around a bit. It's still not over. 2 innings to work with. Andrew Trotman comes in to pitch for Ridgefield. Final 6 outs that the Pippens have to work with. Trotman's a good pitcher, and I like to see him out there to get a chance at redeeming himself against Yakima Valley. He's pitched great this season. He's only given up an earned run in 1 game this season, but he did get tagged a bit by Yakima Valley. He went 1 1/3 innings on June 13th in the finale when Ridgefield and Yakima Valley were tied into the 8th inning. Gave up 6 hits in that relief appearance, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks. And Yakima Valley pulled out in front to win that game 8-4. He suffered the loss. But since then, he's had 2 appearances, gone 3 innings, no earned runs allowed, and so his ERA still at a healthy 3.48. First batter he will face here in the 8th inning is Noah Williamson, who had a 2-run home run and then a sac fly in his last 2 at-bats. Takes a first pitch strike from the side-winding Andrew Trotman. The right-hander out of Fairbanks, Alaska, deals the 0-1, and it misses low. He's only been throwing sidearm for about a year now, and has a 1-1 count to Noah Williamson, who had a home run yesterday and today. 1 for 1. Williamson crushes one to left center field. Going back is Hernandez, and he makes a sliding catch. Did he hold on to that one? Yes, he did. Reese Hernandez makes a diving catch, sliding in and robbing Williamson of an extra base hit. And that's a heck of a play in center field to start out the 8th inning. Nice plays by the center fielders all series long. Micah McDowell made 2 sliding catches yesterday. Ridgefield swaps out center fielders today with Reese Hernandez getting the start. And Reese makes a sliding catch for out number 1. Next batter is Michael Carpentier Jr., who is 0 for 3 in the ball game. Gets a ball outside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. 1 out here in the 8th. Trotman throws it by the barrel of Carpentier. 1-1 on the 81-mile-an-hour offering. Trotman has a 2-seam fastball, a slider, and a change. Throws off speed. It's hit down the line. This one will land for a hit. Hensley cuts off at the foul line. Throws it to the cutoff man, and he will hold for a single. Carpentier gets his first base hit of the ball game. And we move on to the 6-hole hitter and Blake Dickman, who is 1 for 3 in the contest with a double, designated hitter from UC San Diego. Runner on first, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning, Ridgefield leading at 13-4 in this contest. Trotman from the stretch winds and throws into the back of Dickman, who is plunked for a hit by pitch. It is the first time that a Raptors pitcher has hit a batter today. Puts a runner in scoring position. 2 on, 1 out. Connor Cabalas to the plate. The shortstop, who has a single today, does not have an extra base hit on the season. He's 1 for 3 on the evening. Facing Andrew Trotman for the first time. Comes set with runners in first and second. Looks back at the runner at second. Throws over the plate, and a called strike to Cabalas out of Gonzaga University. Plays with Mason Marenko, his teammate's brother in the on-deck circle, Spencer Marenko. Mason in the dugout. not playing today, but started yesterday. The pitch a bit low, ball one. 1-1, one out, runners in first and second. A 9-run lead for Ridgefield, matching the 9-run win that Yakima Valley had in the second game of the series earlier this month. Now Ridgefield trying to match that here. Sidearm throwing the 1-1, grounded to short. Peck underhands to second. Casper on to first, easily in time for an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. So Troutman just faces one over the minimum. Allows a single, a hit by pitch, but no matter. Gets a double play to end the 8th inning. A 0 on the scoreboard for Andrew. He might come out next inning as well, wouldn't be surprised. Ridgefield already leading 13-4. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit Allen A, the area's premier.
Gonna make me pest-free. Natura Pest Control. Killing your bugs and rodents, baby. Natura Pest Control. Call today, get a quote for free.
Well, Yakima Valley is on a franchise record 12-game win streak. That streak seems in jeopardy here as the Raptors have done a number on the Pippens tonight. It's 13-4, Ridgefield leading as we're on to the bottom of the 8th inning. Yakima Valley with 6 straight wins in the West Coast League, 4 of them against Ridgefield, but the Raptors have finally figured the Pippens out and on their way to setting up a rubber match tomorrow. One more time at bat for Ridgefield if they can hold next half inning, of course. But right now it's the bottom of the 8th. Caden Connor to the plate with an RBI double earlier today. He has drawn 2 walks as well. And first pitch of the inning, Caden Connor lifted into center field off of Peyton Robertson. The pitcher induces a fly out and caught by Chase Graves in straightaway center for a first pitch out by Caden Connor. 1 away in the 8th inning after Ridgefield scored 5 runs last inning, batted around the order plus 2 more on 4 hits, no errors. Will Chambers was stranded on third. He was about to become the 9th Raptor to score. Every player in the starting lineup has scored today with the exception of Will, and even he doubled and got to third, so can't fault him, but hey, plenty of runs anyways. 13 in the ball game. We go back to the top of the order, and I think we're going to get a pinch hitter here. And it's not on the lineup, but I believe this is Brad Norton, who I just met today. He's not in the lineup or on point streak or on the roster anywhere, so I'm glad that I met him today and asked him his name. Brad Norton. Yeah, it is Bradley. Okay, first pitch strike to Brad out of Rutgers University. Just came over and drove up from Cresswell. I think it was yesterday, a couple days ago. Takes another strike. It's 0-2 to Brad. He's originally from the Bay Area, but he's got a sister down in the Eugene area in Cresswell and drove up with his sister's car and able to play here in Ridgefield. 0-2 pitch outside from Robertson with 1 out, nobody on. Ridgefield leading 13-4, and Norton at the plate for his first at-bat in a Raptors uniform. Actually signed to Ridgefield last year, but couldn't play. The season didn't happen. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Kind of checked his swing, but went around and called strike 3 for Norton. And it brings up Reese Hernandez. How about the top of the lineup today for Ridgefield? The first 3 batters in this order have combined for 8 hits by themselves. That's more than Ridgefield had all of yesterday. They had 6 hits in the ballgame last night. Hernandez, a first pitch strike from Robertson, who's thrown 5 straight strikes now. Yakima Valley needed just 2 pitchers yesterday to finish the game, just 1 run allowed. Hernandez takes a called strike, 0-2 now. Today, 4 different pitchers coming in. 13 runs, all earned off of the Yakima Valley pitchers. Here comes Robertson with the 0-2 to Hernandez. Swings and hits one to left field. Williamson has a play on it and makes the catch in left field. Good inning for Robertson, who only needs 7 pitches in the frame. And that's it for the Raptors in the 8th. They hope that's the last time they'll come to the plate. Just need 3 outs in the 9th. It is a 13-4 lead. The Raptors on their way to beating Yakima Valley for the first time this season.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Holmes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Can't remember the last time you had a tall, ice-cold draft beer? Jog your memory at Buffalo Wild Wings for just $3. Stop by B-Dubs now and get Bud Light poured into a tall 22-ounce glass, all for just $3. Remind your mouth what it's been missing. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Available at participating locations for a limited time. Dine-in only. Prices may vary. Please drink responsibly. Availability of dine-in varies by location.
Well, new pitcher here for the Ridgefield Raptors here in the top of the 9th inning. Jet Lotus to the mound, a scoreless 8th inning for Andrew Trotman. And now here comes Jet Lotus. It is the 4th pitcher of the ball game for Ridgefield. How about the start for Nate Wheeldryer? 5 innings, the first 4 of them basically perfect. He ended up giving 3 earned runs, but a couple balls got lost up in the outfield, and that accounted for basically all the runs allowed, in a sense. Gave up 1 home run, but that was in an inning that could have ended earlier on the fly ball. And even with the 3 earned runs, that still was plenty of limitation of the Pippens hitters, as Ridgefield gave them plenty of run support. The Raptors lead 13-4. Jet Lotus to the mound out of Yukon, Oklahoma. Spencer Marenko to the plate to face Jet Lotus. Making his 6th appearance of the year. He turned 20 years old yesterday. And now a late celebration with, he hopes, the win today. 13-4 is the score. Throws inside to Marenko. Lotus did face Yakima Valley earlier this season. It was kind of the one he got hit around a bit. He's only allowed 1 earned run in West Coast League games other than the Yakima Valley contest. 1-0 pitch is down, ball 2. In that game, he gave up 4 hits and 1 walk, 5 earned runs, didn't record an out. But other than that, he's had 4 appearances and only gave up 1 earned run in those 7 innings. Throws the 2-0 pitch and misses. 3-0, so he gets behind Marenko. 3-0 is the count. So he's 0-1 on the year is Lotus. And the ERA bloated a bit because of the Yakima Valley series. And he walks the first man, Marenko, on 4 pitches. Puts a runner on base, and Alex Fernandez is the next batter. His debut, still looking for his first hit in a Pippens uniform. Incoming freshman at UCLA. Facing the rising sophomore at OU. Outfield playing fairly deep. Biggest hole in right center field. First pitch is outside to Fernandez. Ball 1 from Jet Lotus. Ridgefield getting 13 runs in this game. Most they've scored against Yakima in the 5 games these teams have had. A couple close games against the Pippens and a couple not so close games, with this one going Ridgefield's way. Bit outside in the 1-0, and Grant Heiser will go out to chat with Jet Lotus, who has thrown 6 balls on his first 6 offerings. But I have a feeling Grant Heiser will have the right words to say. And a brief chat with the Seattle University catcher, who jogs back behind the mound. Last 3 outs that the Pippens have to work with. They are on a 12-game winning streak. That's never happened before in the Pippens franchise. They started play in 2014, set a West Coast League record for most wins for a new franchise in the first couple years. Ridgefield is also, in their first 2 seasons, this is their 2nd year of competition. 2-0 pitch from Lotus is a strike, so Heiser did have the right advice. It's 2-1 to Fernandez. Nobody out, 1 runner on first. In the 9th inning here, Ridgefield up by 9. Lotus comes set out of the stretch. The righty deals a bit outside, 3-1. Infield and double play depth, where they turned a twin killing to end the last inning. Also had a double play in the 5th. A 6-4-3 and a 5-4-3 on the pair of twin killings. And the 3-1 is outside from Lotus. So he walks the first couple batters he faces, pushes Marenko to second, and Chase Graves to the plate. And a mound visit from Daniel Barato. Chase Graves, Chaz Myers, and Willie Lajoie, the next 3 hitters. You know, I mentioned Lajoie and his ancestor, Napoleon Lajoie, known as the freshman legendary professional baseball players, the 3rd player to reach the 3,000 hit milestone in professional baseball history. Cap Anson and Honus Wagner, the only 2 to precede him. Lajoie had a rivalry with Ty Cobb back in the early 1900s, in the halcyon days of professional baseball, if that deserves to be said of that era, already well into professional baseball history, but still early relative to now. 1910, there was a particular story with Lajoie where Chalmers Auto, which was a predecessor to Chrysler, offered a new car, a brand spanking new Chalmers Roadster, to whoever won the batting championship, best batting average at the end of the year. Lotus, after the mound visit, will now face the top of the order in Chase Graves. Runner on first and second. Big swing from Graves and misses it. 0-1. No outs, top of the 9th inning. Raptors leading 13-4. Runners on first and second as Jet Lotus follows the mound visit from Daniel Barato with a strike to Chase Graves. The 0-1 pitch is hit and foul. 0-2 is the count. So Lajoie was in that, battle as batting champ, and he was facing Ty Cobb, and it came down to the wire, to the very last day of the season, where both of those players had a double header on their last day, and Ty Cobb took the day off. He was leading the batting average race at 383 on the year, 7 points higher than Lajoie, and he felt that lead was safe and didn't play in the final doubleheader. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Lotus, swung on and hit to right field. Caden Connor takes a couple steps back, makes the catch. The runner will tag from second. Connor, a good dart of a throw to third base. It's not quite in time to get the runner from second, who tags and advances. Marenko into third. Fernandez holds at first. 1 out and runners on the corners. And Ridgefield will take that. Just need to get 2 more outs here. Chaz Myers to the plate and Willie Lajoie on deck. To his ancestor, Nat Lajoie, had that doubleheader to finish out the 1910 season. And with Ty Cobb thinking he was in good position, Lajoie proceeded to go 8 for 8 in the doubleheaders, combined between those 2 games, and overtake Ty Cobb to essentially win the championship. And that had a little controversy as Jet Lotus throws a ball outside. On one play, he bunted, and there was a runner on first. Lajoie reached first, but at that point in professional baseball, if you advance the runner, it's called a sac bunt, even if you reach first. Foul ball down the third baseline, it's 1-1 with 1 out, runners on the corners. Ridgefield up 13-4. And so Nat Lajoie didn't get credit for a base hit, even though he thought he should, which now that would be ruled a hit. But then there was some more controversy when it was realized that a doubleheader earlier in the season, where Ty Cobb had gone 2 for 3 in the second game of the doubleheader, and it had not been recorded, and so he took over Lajoie's place, and then Ty Cobb won the batting champ, and so he was going to be awarded the car. The ball inside, 2-1 from Lotus. Runners on the corners, a 9-run lead for the Raptors here in the 9th inning. In the end, the league president asked Chalmers to just give cars to each of them, which they did. Hit a high fly ball to center field, playable for Hernandez, holds and makes the catch, 2 down. Here in the 9th inning, the runner will tag from third, and Marenko scores. So 1 run here in the inning. It's 13-5 now in the ball game. The Raptors still leading comfortably. And it brings up Willie Lajoie with 2 outs here in the 9th. The other controversy was it was later realized that doubleheader actually had been Ty Cobb, so essentially it went back and forth, and maybe Lajoie should have won, or Ty Cobb, or whoever it was. But all in all, they both got cars, and it works out. Willie Lajoie hits a high fly ball on the right side, and it'll land foul out of play. Willie, who says hasn't heard a whole lot of stories about his ancestor Nap. Obviously, they'd never met. Napoleon died back about 70 years ago, I suppose it was. Right about halfway through the 20th century, and Willie was only born about 20 years ago. But kind of a cool story to tell at parties and stuff like that for Willie Lajoie, who's the starting first baseman for the Pippens, and he's hitting .375 this season. He's got a single and a double today. He plays for Chico State. Jet Lotus with an 0-1 count, trying to close out this game. Gets a swing and a miss. It's 0-2, and the Pippens down to their final strike. One runner on first. Jet Lotus trying to close it out. Ridgefield, if they win today, will have wins in 4 of their last 5 West Coast League games. Beat the Pippens for the first time this season. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Got Lajoie to aim the ball game. Jet Lotus closes it out with a strikeout to end the frame, and the Raptors win it 13-5. Heck of a ball game today, where the Raptors scored early and often, scored every other inning today. 1 run in the first, 4 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fifth, 5 runs in the 7th. And had they come to the bat in the 9th, they surely would have scored some number of runs. They didn't need to bat in the 9th, so they still hit and scored in every other inning today. Put up 13 runs on the scoreboard, their second most of the season.